Hey guys, how's it going? So, something interesting happened on RuneScape about 2 days ago. I want to discuss it a little bit with you guys because, as you guys know, I'm doing my 100 or no, my 1,000 Armadillo boss kill series type of thing, and this is going to make it a lot less time consuming for me to work on this series. That's something I questioned myself a while ago. I don't know if I ever really got a proper response, but as you guys know, in Gower's Dungeon and other places as well, you can create an instance so you basically have the room to yourself. You're technically like renting to the room for about an hour. So paying 200k, you get the option now for instance worlds if you would like to have fast, medium, or slow spawns, which is quite freaking awesome. Queef freaking awesome. I was about to say the word queef, oh my god. Now, I have just done this for the full hour. I also did it yesterday on stream as well, but I got to concentrate a little more on this hour. So you can expect roughly 300k range experience from this per hour, which I believe is that 100k HP? I believe it's 100k HP. That's how it normally was for range, I think it was. If not, then that's like 75k or so. Yeah, 75k or 100k HP, one of those. Almost 400k overall experience an hour. Now, I believe chinning right now is probably around 500k to 600k experience an hour. If I go by the Abyss method for Mage, it's probably a little bit slower than Mage, obviously, because you're probably using seismics and stuff when you do Mage, and with this, you just have to use red chins. So efficiency-wise, this method overall is already not that bad. It's kind of like maybe like cutting Arctic pines versus like doing C2 wood cutting and fishing. It's not as efficient, but you know, it gets the job done, I guess. In roughly 1 hour, I was able to kill 37 Armadillo bosses, and as you guys can tell in the background, it spawns very, very fast. You hardly ever have enough time now to actually kill all 3 of the minions. Now, there is an upside and a downside, obviously, to this. Mostly a lot more upside, though, but there is a little small downfall, and that is normally if you do this either in just regular worlds without quick hopping to the next world, or you just do it in your own world and you sit there. Normally, you can kill all the minions in time, which sometimes the minions drop a lot of food, I've noticed from Armadillo boss. Like, I never run out of food because the minions just drop me food nonstop. The minions are very easy to soul split off of, which means, you know, obviously, if you have like half HP when the boss is dead, you might be able to soul split yourself back up to like probably 80% HP because the minions won't hit too much compared to how easily you can kill them. And then last thing is obviously once you are done killing everything in the room, you can use that little HP thing, rejuvenation, whatever it is, and it can basically heal you, or regenerate, not rejuvenation. It can basically heal you, I think it's sometimes around 2,000 hit points or so if you have full ability bar. So that's quite helpful, obviously, and it helps in the long run. Each kill you get like a free 2,000 plus HP. So normally I never had to eat any food at Armadillo boss, and because now I go in fast spawn, I do have to eat a little bit of food, so I do bring a little bit. But if I'm lucky enough to get some drops from the minions from food, the few that I do kill, if I get food from them, then it works out pretty well. Now, of course, this might have a little bit of an effect on the prices of Armadillo armor. Well, I guess any Gower's Dungeon armor. I can only imagine how easy Bandos is now, because Bandos was very easy before this. Now it's going to be crazy fast. I will personally say that I find this a lot more fun. The only thing I didn't like about doing Gower's Dungeon ever was having to wait for the I was going to say the bird, because I mostly just always kill Armadillo, but just for the boss to spawn back. It's very boring sitting there and just waiting for it to spawn back. In my opinion, at least. I mean, I don't like standing there. It basically makes me feel like I'm XP wasting, even though I'm at a boss and I'm basically already XP wasting. But anyways, that's probably the least enjoyment I get from doing Gower's Dungeon bosses, is having to wait for it to spawn. This has definitely made, at least for me, Gower's Dungeon a lot more enjoyable. I will obviously not make as much profit now because of the drops, because I'm going to assume a lot more people will start doing this, just because it's a lot more enjoyable, which might bring the prices down a little bit. I'm sure it's going to. And I bet you the first day or two they probably dropped a lot just because of like panic sellers. So if it did, don't even bother. It's going to go back up a little bit, but it won't be the exactly same price as before this update, I'm going to assume. It's very possible it might be the same price, but highly doubt it. So as I was saying, I killed, I think, 37 bosses in 1 hour. Now, if you guys have done, I forget the quest is called, it's one of the Grandmaster's quest, where it gives you the 3 ultimate abilities for like the melee stuff, whatnot. I think it's just range and mage, actually, not melee, because melee is berserk, and I think you can always do berserk. But yes, the ability Death Swiftness, that little weird gray thing that goes around you, basically, whenever you're ranging, it lasts for 30 seconds. I don't have that unlocked. I would highly advise if you guys do have that unlocked to obviously use it every single time, because since you are under combat the entire time, before the boss comes back, you keep your adrenaline, and obviously you're attacking the minions as well, so you're getting your adrenaline up if it isn't 100% when the boss is dead. So whenever the boss spawns back, you should be at 100% adrenaline, which means right away you can do the ultimate ability, and you can probably kill the boss in about maybe 35 to 40 seconds. I wouldn't even really know. I guess if you have adrenaline potions, you can probably kill it within that 30 seconds because you can do rapid fire pretty quickly. With having that friggin' thing around you, you're going to hit crazy high. Kind of makes you want to go do the quest, to be honest, even though I don't really want to do too much questing on this account because, as you know, this is my other account. This isn't my main account, so... And right now I am also obviously on old school, so I don't want to waste too much time right now being on RS3 and doing questing when I kind of want to work my way to max total on old school. But yes, in my opinion, an amazing update overall. It's finally come out. I've been kind of waiting for something like this to at least come out because, I mean, obviously I don't think anyone enjoys waiting for a boss to spawn. This makes it a lot more interactive as well. As you guys know, EOC combat, it's a lot more interactive type of thing, and this just makes it even better. Now, I will ask you guys in the comments, hopefully you guys have watched this part of the video, if you guys had to choose whether the drops be worth maybe 20% more, or obviously not having to wait for the boss to spawn back so long. What do you guys enjoy more? Do you guys prefer the old way where you'd have to wait for the boss to come back and your drops might be worth a little bit more, or now where your drops are a little bit less but you are always killing the boss consistently? So tell me which one you prefer, I guess. Now, obviously for this method, I'm going to say you probably do need to have somewhat of OP armor. I don't know if you can go in there with like Royal D'Hide and expect to live for too long. Though one issue I have found, because the first time I actually came in this, kind of, hopefully, I think we have enough time. I have enough background footage to cover this. I should have recorded a bit longer. But the first time I came in here, I didn't really notice I actually needed some food because I was streaming, so I was kind of not really looking at my abilities and I wasn't doing them properly. Even though I had Revolution on, I know. But yes, I got down to like 1200 HP and I was like, crap. So and I knew in my pack yak, my super restores were in there first instead of my K-Fish, which I use for Armado. So I'm thinking sometime in the future an update should definitely come out where if you wish to interact with your pack yak in combat, you can. I don't think, obviously, if you click on your pack yak and you might see the interface for like a second where your inventory of your pack yak shows, but it will disappear once you get attacked like the second later. Which basically makes it very impossible to, rearrange what you want in your yak or take out what you want. Because obviously whatever's up front in your yak, which is for me was super restores instead of food, which is what I needed. I already knew that if I tried to click on my pack yak, I wouldn't even be able to take anything out of it that I wanted. I'd have to take out like 10 or 12 super restores, and then I'd finally start getting my food drops. So that's kind of annoying in my opinion. I hope that sometime in the future gets updated. I'm sure they can maybe work. I'm not too sure about coding and shit, but it'd be very nice to be able to at least interact with your yak while you're still in combat so you can take out whatever you want. I literally just started my trip and then I'm finding myself having to teleport out because I already know if I try to take stuff from my yak, it's going to come out as super restores. So yeah, I just basically panicked out. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Tomorrow should be my 300 out of 1,000 kill for Armado. I took a little bit of a break on it, as I said in my streams. Probably a few days break just because I was working on my old school account. Unfortunately, I can't work on both at the same time. I really wish I could to make some old school progress while I'm still doing Armado. That'd be sweet, but unfortunately I can't right now. Obviously, my main account I'm gaining experience on right now, so I can't really do that. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. All kinds of gains.